Can you solve this math challenge? Here's the question. If x cubed plus 4x minus 8 equals to 0, wherein x is not equal to 0, then what is the value of x raised to 7 plus 64x squared? You can pause this video if you want to give this problem a try. And now, let's answer this question together. So, our goal in this question is to evaluate x raised to 7 plus 64x squared. So given this one equation, x cubed plus 4x minus 8 equals to 0. But don't forget that we also know that x is not equal to 0. Okay, let's start. First thing to do is what we're going to do here is to isolate x cubed. So if we do that, we get something like x cubed must be equal to 8 minus 4x. Now, since we want the value of x raised to 7, so what we're going to do is to square on both sides. Now, the reason, because x cubed raised to 2 will give us x raised to the 6th power. So this is close to x raised to 7. And now, let's use some laws of exponent to simplify this. We know that b raised to a raised to the power of c, it is equivalent to b raised to the power of a times c. We just multiply the exponent. So x cubed raised to 2, this is just x raised to 6. Now, x raised to 6 is so close to x raised to 7. Alright, now let's expand the right-hand side. 8 minus 4x raised to 2. So what we're going to do is to square the first term, then multiply the two terms, then multiply it by 2. So 8 times negative 4x times 2. And we square the last term. So this will give us 64 minus 64x plus 16 squared. Now, we know we're given that x is not equal to 0. So to have x raised to 7, what we're going to do is to multiply both sides by x. This is legal because we know that x is not equal to 0. Alright, now let's multiply. X multiplied by x raised to 6. This is just x raised to 7. This is what we want. And x multiplied by 64 minus 64x plus 16x squared, this will give us 64x. X times negative 64x, this will give us 64x squared. And x multiplied by 16x squared, this is 16x cubed. Now, notice that we also want positive 64x cubed right here. So let's add 64x squared on both sides. So now, we have now x raised to 7 plus 64x squared. This is what we want. Alright, so what's next? So take note that our original given start with x cubed plus 4x minus 8 equals to 0. Now, if we isolate x cubed plus 4x, this is equal to 8. And notice, if we factor out 16 on these two terms, this will give us 16 times 4x plus x cubed. Take note, 16 times 4x, this will give us 64x, and 16 times x cubed, this is just 16x cubed. So we go back to our original terms. So again, let's have the factored form. Alright. Now, notice that we have a value for x cubed plus 4x. This is the same thing as 4x plus x. So this is just 8. So we can replace this expression with 8. So 16 times 8 is the value of x raised to 7 plus 64x squared. And 16 times 8 will give us 128. Therefore, our answer to this question is 128. And as always, we are done.